It's going to be Boyer. Steve, you're going to like the odds right here. You get that base hit. And all of a sudden, this game changes.
Well, if he hits one over.
And the runner's breaking from third. And he is out at the plate. I don't know if the batter missed a sign or what, but you talk about running into an out. Oh, he loses control of that one, and that got him.
I know he didn't want to do that. That's going to load things up now.
Espondo settling in.
Gary, as we saw that hit by pitch, now the base is loaded and so much pressure on this pitcher.
Fetterman is going to be our new pitcher here as they make the pitching swap.
Well, I agree with this decision. I mean, Gary, it's time to pull him out and get somebody in there that can focus and throw it over the plate. You can't afford to have a guy in there that continues to hit batters.
Swinging a high bouncer to second. Lowry's there. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. So they pick up 4 hits in the inning and 2 runs. Epps gets a turn here. Steve, how about the pitching performance so far today?
Got to credit the catcher calling a heck of a ball game back there. 6 strikeouts so far. Got good stuff on the mound.
Espondo. And his throw gets him 1 away. And the upcoming schedule for the Phillies. They wrap up this Toronto series on Sunday. They bring in a team that matches up against them pretty well. The Colorado Rockies. That's a 3-game series. Hit in the air to center field. He dives and an acrobatic catch. What a play. You never know what you're going to see ahead of us, but Steve, I got a feeling that could be our defensive play of the game.
Well, it's about preparation. He was preparing for the pitch. He saw it come off the bat, and that first step allowed him to make the catch.
Yes, up at the plate. A win in their last contest for the Jays. Maybe a likely outcome after winning the first 2 games in the 3-game set, so they sweep, going 3 for 3 against the Nationals. That ball is belted deep to left center field. Ball is on its way. And goodbye, home run. The production for the Jays goes on. And another solo home run, extending the lead now to 3.
All right, now Toronto's got to be pretty darn happy with their offensive approach.
Fresh count on DeJesus. Here it comes. There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground. And out. Pitcher makes a nice play at first base.
That was a nice play. Saw the opportunity at first, didn't waste any.
Conine in the batter's box. Ground out victim last time through. He had a single in his last time up. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. And starts him out here. Watches the off-speed pitch. Ends up 0-1. Well, the Phillies with a loss last night. They were hoping to take the series after splitting games 1 and 2. They ended up grabbing 1 game only against the Twins in Minnesota. Here it comes. Sharp bite to that slider, 1-2. Now you look back at that last game, really decided near the end.
Yeah, and that's a tough one to take. Anytime you lose late, it's a difficult game to take.
And this is a slider in there called strike 3. That'll do it. They get 2 men in scoring position. Couple of hits, can't get them home though. Toronto's in charge here. Forecast tonight to be cold. Definitely it's turned out that way. And here we've got Coleman to hit. He'll lead off the bottom half of the 6th. Line drive fouled off towards first. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep into right field. Tell it goodbye. So the lead now stands at 4. A solo home run, pushing them out in front a little further.
Gary, this offense has just been in control right here. Extending the lead, going to make it much more difficult to catch them later.
First pitch on the way. On the ground to third. Botts. And his throw is in time. First out of the inning. And to look at the hottest lineups around the league right now. Our State Farm leaderboard. Highest batting average over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Royals. Blue Jays in second. Tigers third. Indians fourth. Line towards first. And this one gets down. It'll head out towards the wall. And he's in at second with a double. 1-0.
Well, this is a guy that no matter what the situation, he's looking for something out over the plate that he can drive. He got that pitch in on his hands a little bit, but give him credit. He was quick enough to turn on it to get that base knock.
2 away. RBI chance. Brett Laurie. He'd like to make contact here.
They contributed offensively in their last game with a couple of RBIs. See if he can't do it again.
Hit up the middle. And it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact. And the run is in.
Well, he was clutching the last game. 2 big RBIs to help his team win a game. And he's right back where he started, driving in another one in this one already.
Epps is the batter. And Steve, the offense continues to produce. They keep building on it.
Gary, that last hit just blows the door wide open right there. I mean, they got a shot at running away with this thing.
And the other thing they know is they've got time and outs on their side. Line drive. Throws to first, side is retired. Well, they had a couple more runs here. And in the batter's box, it's full. Singled home a run in his last at bat. Grounded out his last time up. 2 down. Runners at first and second. Now the first pitch. Swing, hot shot. That looks like a single. And he scores from second base.
Well, anytime you have 2 hits in a game, it will build confidence, and he's carrying it over into this game.
Graves up now. Boy, this lineup is just pushing the pitching right now. Tough to get anybody out.
Now, Gary, as you can see, this offense just keeps on rolling, keeps on producing. Why don't you keep on rolling, Gary?
And in this game, there's no... That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. And that's the third out. That'll do it. So they scratch across. And if you're just joining our 2K Sports Major League Baseball broadcast, with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. Botts in the batter's box. He'll start the ninth. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen.
Gets that call at the knees, evens the count at 1 apiece.
I think right now, offensively, you've got to start getting base runners. Get as many as you can. I mean, you're down a ton, so you don't need big hits. You don't need home runs. You need base runners.
Swing and a bouncer up the middle. And his throw is in time for out number 1.
Obviously, winning big right now, you just want to go out there, make plays, throw strikes, force them to try to put multiple hits together to get back into this game.
Baerga is up now. He doubled his last time. The pitch. Fastball. Look out. That one is right at his head.
It's risky to come in that far off the plate, even to send a message, because you sometimes hit the batter.
Missed again, ball 2.
A good break on the curveball right there, but he just didn't offer at it.
The 2-0. This one's popped in the air, drifting towards the right side. Laurie to field this one. 2 men have been put away.
Now down to their final outlet here, Gary. So, I mean, they're looking pretty dire at this point. And, but listen, funnier things have happened. They've got to get base runners, though.
Vermain gets a shot here. Took a called third strike in his last time up. First pitch inside with a fastball, ball 1. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. It's fouled off. Good curve, but he doesn't bite at it. Now 3-1.
Trying to catch the hitter off balance, trying to lock him up, throwing that curveball in the inner part of the plate. I'd much rather see it down and away, though.
Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And it's through into the gap. Should be extra bases. And he ends up at second. That's a double.
You'll take getting on base anytime, any inning. It just doesn't matter. And here with this double, maybe it's a chance to get a 2-out rally started.
And in the batter's box, it's Folk. Drove in a run earlier in the game. Farnham is going to come on and pitch now. They've decided it was time to make a change here. Despondo up now. He flew out his last time up. 2 men on and 2 men out. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike.
They just plain old fooled him right there. He must have been looking for something else. Hit his spot perfectly with that changeup.
That misses 1-1.
For some reason on the 1-1 count, he really likes to be aggressive. I'd have to try to work off the corners a little bit. See if...
And a grounder. Is it the last out? And that'll do it, everybody. That's out number 3. This ball game over.
Well, they win a great one here today, Gary, and it's all because of the pitching. Outstanding pitching, really leading them to victory.
And it's time to present the Player of the Game award.
Yeah, I mean, this guy came out and made this team look like world beaters today. A couple of hits, and he went big fly. All in all, it adds up to a nice day's work, and they come away on top.
Steve, it seemed like they knew from the get-go they had it. This was going to be their day, and they were right.
You and I like the close games just because there's a little more intrigue for all 9 innings, but the hometown fans, they like the offensive explosion and the big win.
And we hope you've enjoyed today's
On this edition of MLB on 2K Sports, it's the Philadelphia Phillies against
The Philadelphia Phillies. It's interleague play, and they're looking for a win on the road. I'm Gary Thornton, along with Steve Phillips and John Kruk, as we get ready for MLB on 2K Sports. And the fans here tonight at Rogers Center, glad to welcome their ball club onto the field. And let's glance at Toronto's starter. And as he gets going against these Philadelphia hitters, what do you think's in store?
Now, this right-hander brings outstanding stuff to the mound every time he takes the ball against a lineup that can be somewhat of a challenge at times for pitchers, but if he's on top of his game, he should be able to shut them down.
We'll see what Bruce Bochy's got going here in the lineup. Despondo settles in. First pitch coming up. Pitch on the way. Fastball just misses. 1-0. Now the Phillies took the loss yesterday in a 3-game series after you dropped those first two. Now is the time against Toronto.
Well, if there's any team that needs a win more badly than this team, we haven't seen them yet. They're well out of first place, but they're not in last place just yet. But this is part of the season that's critical to this team to turn it around if they want to make a run.
Time now to put together that win streak in order to cut those digit numbers down.
Yeah, and they're in a position right now where they're looking up at a bunch of different teams. You know how hard it is to jump one team. Try to jump over two or three, almost impossible.
A 1-0 pitch. 1-0 pitch, a sinker in there, 1-1. One on the way. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. Throw to first, gets him in there at 2 down. And we'll take a quick look at the Blue Jays and their defensive alignment.
Gary, I think the main focus for this club is defense right now. Make the plays behind the pitchers. Don't force them to try to miss bats.
It's going to be Boyer And this is bounced foul to the left side. And he fouls another one off. Curveball, thought he had him, but it's 1-2. The 1-2 on its way. And he swings and hits this one foul. There's a sinker in there. Science going to be retired as that's called for a third strike. It's the kind of inning the defense likes, 3 up, 3 down. So it'll be the Toronto Blue Jays, bottom half of the first. Our starting pitcher for Philadelphia. Steve, how's he going to handle these Toronto bats in this game?
I'll send it a good lefty to the mound in this ball game here, but this is a great.
This one's popped in the air, drifting towards the right side. That's one away. We'll take a moment to look at the Blue Jays lineup. Scouting pick, John, who are we looking at today?
Well, Brett Laurie's a guy that made it to the big leagues because of his bat. He's moved around defensively in the minor leagues to some different positions. To me, in my opinion, I think he should stay at third base. That seems to be where he hits the best at.
The catch is made. And we'll take a quick look at how Philadelphia lines up on the diamond defensively.
Oh, Gary, in a game like this, they need to play solid defense, especially against a lineup that can put the ball in play like this team can.
Descent at the plate. And it goes foul. Here's the pitch. Waves at that fastball in the hole now, 0-2.
Get a little extra giddy up on that one as he just blows it right by him.
And it's fouled off. Cut fastball, swung on and missed. Side retired. Not a lot of action in this half inning, nothing on. Both teams still. And if you are just tuning in, hi, Gary Thorne along with John Crutch, Steve Phillips. We bring you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. It's Pizzardo at the plate. He'll start us out here in the second. And a strike starting the second here. It's 0-1.
Well, if you're going to be late on the fastball, you're going to have trouble hitting up here, and he's struggling right now.
Swing and a miss on the sinker. One away.
But just a great sequence of pitches right there, and it only took him 3.
Boy, that's about as fine a job on the mound as you can get. And in the batter's box, it's Folt. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Looking for the ground ball out, trying to get the hitter to roll over on it. Throws that sinker on the outside corner.
On the way. Slider locked him up. He's behind 0-2. The pitch. Swung on, missed, curveball, struck him out, 2 down.
I tell you, that kind of breaking ball in the low 80s is awfully tough to hit.
It was not a good-looking swing on that pitch.
Well, good at bat starts with good swings, and bad at bats end with bad swings. I think he'd want that last swing back if he had the choice.
Kate has the turn in the box. First pitch, a fastball. That's in there for a strike.
Well, the hitter didn't like that one, but that's a strike. He hit the inside corner up in the zone. Got to swing the bat.
Hit in the air to center field. And that's going to do it in this half inning. No runs, no hits. Nobody crossed the plate. In this half inning, and nobody left on base. Been about the defense, not the offense. Here at Rogers Center, it's scoreless. Graves is the batter. He's going to start the second for the home team. That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. He's got it. What a play. Never know what you're going to see ahead of us, but Steve, I got a feeling that could be our defensive play of the game.
Well, it's about preparation. He was preparing for the pitch. He saw it come off the bat, and that first step allowed him to make the catch.
Laurie batting now.
It's hard to argue.
He sends this one in the air towards center. 2 men have been put away. And we look at the standings in the Eastern Division, brought to you by State Farm. All-Star break, not far off. Blue Jays out in front, first place. Yankees in second place. Red Sox in third. Fourth belongs to the Orioles. And it's the Rays in the last slot.
Well, Toronto had so many different ways to win ball games. Now, that's why they're sitting atop the American League East, because everybody seems to contribute day in and day out.
Swings and misses, the good change right there, 0-1.
Well, this guy's changeup is so good that a lot of hitters almost forget about his fastball, but it's that speed differential that makes it so effective.
Take something off that time, in control with the count now, 0-2. The master of changing speed, Steve, as you were talking about, makes that changeup that much better.
And what makes him so good is the ability to throw that changeup for a strike and have the courage to do it.
And that's another foul ball.
Well, you can tell right there that the batter is in protection mode. Anything close, he's just trying to put it in play. The fact that he fouled it off will keep this at-bat going.
He delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. Side retired. And they go quietly offensively in this half inning. Nothing across. Both teams. Vermaint at the plate now. He'll get things going here in the third. His lifetime average is .355 off the Phillies. Ground ball for Maint. That's one away.
I've got a moment to see how the Blue Jays are doing this year rank-wise in the American League. First in batting average with runners in scoring position. And they're also number one in ERA. Their pitching staff getting it done better than everybody else right now. You limit the runs scored, you give yourself a chance to win.
Dixon at the plate. First pitch, curveball, swung on and missed, 0-1.
Well, anytime you see a guy that's trying to swing for the fences or has the ability to swing for the fences, you throw him that breaking ball right there, you can fool him. Big swing, he comes up empty.
And he throws to first in time, out number 2.
You want to talk about settling in? How about retiring 8 hitters in a row? I think he settled in.
It's going to be DeJesus. He's got the second most homers in the ball club. Here's the delivery. Hit up the middle for Maint. Throws on to first. Side is retired. Only 5 pitches to get out. And for those of you catching up with us, hi, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. And right now, top 5 in runs batted in the league. Here's the first pitch. Swung on. That is hit for Maint. And a good throw gets him 2 down. Now look at the stats with the fewest walks allowed for the month found on our State Farm leaderboard. Number 1, the Astros. The Braves in second. In third, the Brewers. The Cardinals fourth. And at number 5, it's the Cubs.
Well, these teams have a clear understanding that base on balls can come back to haunt the pitcher. They do not give in. They force the opposition to beat them rather than beating themselves.
It's Bizardo at the plate, and the team's best home run hitter right now. Steve, how about the pitching performance so far today?
Gary, letting his defense work behind him, pitching to contact, and the contact down on the ground, they're making plays.
As he retreats back, runner on his way to third. The throw, they apply the tag. He is out at third. It's going to be DeJesus. Grounded out his last time up. Here's the first one. Took something off, and it swung on and missed. 0-1.
Gary, these hitters are really now going to have to focus on his changeup. It is his best pitch, and it is one of the best around.
There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. It's going to be Boyer. He'll lead off the seventh. Grounded out last time. Yes, will be the pinch hitter.
Well, in this situation, coming into the game a little bit cold, you're going to do anything you can to get on base. You need base runners.
Swings and misses the slider. 0-1.
What an extraordinary effort out of the mound today. I mean, we're deep into this ball game. They've only been able to generate one hit against him. His stuff has been phenomenal, and his execution even better.
That one swung on, hit in the air. Thought he could make a play there, but it didn't happen. Rings him up. You can almost taste the adrenaline right now, Steve. You can just tell he's getting stronger as he goes along.
He's got so much confidence. He's just knocking the bats out of the batter's hands.
Epps at the plate now. Ground out victim last time through. The pitch, and this is popped up on the left side. And he puts that one away for number 2.
Now, he's been having this lineup guess the entire game right now. He's out-thinking them and out-pitching them. He's continuing to be sharp the entire game.
Descent is the batter. Popped out, foul ground last time around. Hit in the air to center field. And he's there to retire the side.
Now, Gary, he's an absolute...
Kate settles in. Steve, let's take a look and see how the pitcher's done today. He'll get us started as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. And the first pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball. And at first, that one was going to look playable, but nothing doing. It got away. Hit up the middle for Maint. Throw on to first in time, one away.
A masterful performance out there today. They've not been able to get any sort of offense going. And I'll tell you what, he's going to make people notice this is an outstanding effort.
And in the batter's box, it's Laurie. Called out on strikes in his last appearance. 0-1 count as that started off with a strike.
Well, this offense just not able.
There's a ground ball. Botts. 2 away.
As a manager, you sit back and watch this guy out there dealing like that. The pitching coach just says, hey, go get him, buddy. You've got it completely under control.
And here we've got Coleman to hit. Struck out swinging last time. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike. How's he getting these first pitches? A smash towards the middle, and he's on. That's the go-ahead run. And the upcoming schedule for the Phillies. Tonight's game, the last against Toronto. They'll be traveling tomorrow. They bring in a team that matches up against them pretty well, the Colorado Rockies. That's a 3-game series. They'll stay right there for the next set of games, the Tampa Bay Rays. So, a lot of home games to look forward to. Here it comes. And with 2 strikes on him now, Fielder needs to protect.
Well, you talk about not being in the defensive mode. This guy's swinging from the heels.
Well, he's running, taking off for second. Boy, I don't know on that count, Steve. Number one, the fact that he swung's kind of a surprise. I don't know how he hit that where it was.
You're right. On an 0-2 count, you have to protect the plate. Sometimes it's a defensive swing, but sometimes it works out.
Dixon at the plate. Last time up, flew out. And the first pitch, fouled away. Here's the pitch. Ooh, really extended his arms that time, but 0-2. Let's take a look at how this pitcher has been utilizing his arsenal of pitches.
I love what I've seen from him today. He's established his fastball, and then he's thrown just enough off-speed pitches to keep these guys off balance.
Well, he's doing an exceptional job in this game, changing the sequence of pitches.
They're held in check yet again. Score. Through 8 innings. Toronto's still looking for the offense. 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first pitch. And that one fouled off by DeJesus. Here's the pitch. That one goes foul. Here's one hit very well deep. 1 away.
Gary, he's been phenomenal out there on the mound. What an effort he has put in. This is one of those days that you want the reward at the end of it. You want to get your team back in there and see if they can't get you a W.
Yes, batting now. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
They just have not been able to mount any offensive opportunities in this one. I mean, 2 runners left on base. We're in the 9th inning here, so this has been all about pitching.
That's 2 gone.
Well, they call it the hot corner for a reason, as this ball is scorched. It almost took his hand off. Well, you want late inning fireworks? We've got it right here.
The home crowd is hoping, and this may be lined up the middle. And there we go, the winning run on base. He's going to try to stretch it.
You have 2 outs in the inning. Your job is to get on base any way you can. Now they have the go-ahead run on base.
Descent at the plate. Ball lifted high in the air, deep down the line and right. Goodbye, home run! A game-ending home run!
Well, it went a great one here today, Gary, and it's all because of the pitching. Outstanding pitching, really leading them to victory.
Always like to recognize the player of the game, and we've got one today.
When a lot of guys hit meaningless home runs that don't decide the game, have nothing to do with the outcome of the game, but not in this one. He had only that one hit, but that home run sealed the deal for his team. You can't find a more appropriate reason to be named the player of the game.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game, a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.
And that's going to do it for us here. For Steve Phillips, John Kruk, I'm Gary Thorne. Take care.